Sorry for.
No problem. So hello, everyone. Thank you. Sorry, my apologies for the slight delay there, but welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the September 2021 edition of the St. Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce Lunch and Learn webinar series. I'm Ben Dixon, the Executive Director of the County Chamber and your host for today's webinar. Can everybody see my screen? Do you see a PowerPoint? Okay, so this monthly educational series is made possible by the generous support of St. Lawrence University and Clarkson University, who are leadership circle supporters of the Chamber and make these webinars possible. Before I introduce today's presenters, I want to run through a few items, some logistics. First, your mics have been muted, but if you have any questions throughout the presentation, do feel free to put them in the chat and we will do our best to answer them. Please note this session is being recorded for the purposes of broadcasting it on our webinar archive and our YouTube channel, which if you want to find our YouTube channel, it is named SLC space Chamber space NY. After the presentations are complete, I'll stop the recording for any Q&A. We do try to keep our webinars to under an hour so you can get back to work. We're joined today by three speakers who work in the workforce and development arena and have some programs to share with you. We will have some handouts from them to provide after the program is over today. So with that said, I'll note that throughout this year of continuing pandemic challenges, we've been listening to businesses across the county, and almost all of them have expressed the same challenge as the primary one, that being workforce. Whether it's the challenges of finding and hiring employees, or whether it's retaining the employees, or workplace readiness of new hires, workforce is the #1 challenge for most employers. The Chamber's listened to these concerns and we're doing everything we can to try to address them in cooperation with partners. In addition to running or supporting several workforce-related programs, we are also partnering with numerous other entities across the county and region to help these partners and potential clients connect. We hope that today's webinar will help you become aware of these programs and partners so that you will be able to take advantage of them. With that said, I'll now turn things over to our first presenter, Steve Lockwood, from CITEC Business Solutions, to share some information about a workforce program they are providing. Steve?
Thanks, Ben. Welcome, everyone. So I'm Steve Lockwood. I'm the Executive Director with CITEC. So we're the North Country MEP Center. We work with small to medium-sized companies on workforce situations, health and safety, continuous improvement, growth, marketing, sales, really anything we can do to help them grow and stay in business. So the program we're going to speak about today is our workforce development program. So for several years, as Ben mentioned, I think back 6-7 years, as we went around canvassing the North Country clients, and you know, a lot of the feedback we got is we get a new hire in and they don't come to work with a lunch, or they're wearing inappropriate clothes, or they call out a few days a week. So we always have known it's been a problem, probably not new. Sometimes we think about it and you kind of shake your head like, how could we just not know these things? But you know, for years we've contemplated, you know, developing a program. Said, all right, the biggest challenge is going to be is who's going to pay for this. So as an employer, we expect our new employees to have these skill sets, right? We don't necessarily want to pay to go get them trained. It's kind of inherent that we believe everyone should have this. So, you know, we really just kind of delayed things for several years. And about 3 or 4 months ago at one of our staff meetings, we're like, you know, we've got to just try something. We hear it so often. So an idea came up to apply for a grant through the Arconic Foundation. So, local St. Lawrence County company, obviously a much larger company as well, but working with the leadership at Arconic, and we successfully were awarded a grant really to help train 100 incumbent new workers in the North Country region with workforce readiness skills. So really in interviewing and canvassing some of the manufacturing or clients in the region, as well as staffing agencies, what are these skills that the folks are lacking? And really, some of the bullet points is the value of work, what are the benefits, the realities of working, what are workforce expectations, policies, what are some of the resources, how to prepare for the workday. I think back to my days in manufacturing, worked in a rubber factory where it was 110, 120 degrees, and new workers would come in with just a big bottle of Mountain Dew for a 12-hour shift. Kind of just that understanding is like, you're going to be there all day. You need to hydrate yourself. Again, things that you look back, you're like, how could you think that? But you just, just a lot of folks haven't had that experience before, so they don't know it. Other topics, conflict management, decision-making. Again, if machines or equipment is idle or the things, what should you do? Should you just get on your cell phone and start texting your friends, or maybe should you go ask the supervisor, what should I be doing right now, right? So really, the program is just trying to kind of get these small things that just make for a better employee. The ultimate goal of the program is to help reduce turnover and make a better employee. So, it's going to lead to increased efficiencies, substantial cost reduction. We've all seen the charts on, you bring somebody in, just what is that cost of turnover? We start the hiring process, get them up to speed, and then they don't work out or they leave for one reason or another. And there again, that cycle continues. We certainly have that in the North Country region, as well as throughout the country. Really, so at this point, we've started the program, starting to do the outreach. This is another step. As I mentioned, so it's 100. The grant covers a 12-month period, and it's to train up to 100 employees. Certainly, if we got over that, that'd be great. We'd find a way to get them trained for sure. We're looking at an 8-hour program, could be delivered on site or virtually. Probably, if it's virtual, we'd be in 4-hour buckets. Different ideas on, would it be a type of a consortium where we'd look in the different counties and say, okay, these 5 or 6 manufacturers or 5 or 6 companies, doesn't have to be manufacturers, would send all their new workers one time per month, to these, basically an orientation type program, I think would work. As well as there's certainly could be possibilities of working with staffing agencies. So part of their program, right? So they've got X amount of incumbent workers looking for this, send them through the program. So, at this point, we're really doing the outreach, trying to get ideas from folks like yourselves, trying to find different firms to partner with. I think, in conversation, it's a great program. It's not novel. The novelty of this is we got a grant, so it's great. Really, the only, as far as for the attendees, really, in order for us to prove the effectiveness of the grant, is there's going to be some follow-up at the 90, 180 days, just to see, did it improve turnover rate? Did it reduce turnover? What have you seen for benefits from the program? And then ultimately, if we get enough proof, we would have some thoughts to say that, employers should really invest in this as well. So moving forward, because, grants are a one-time deal, is that, if this is a successful program, and the theory behind it is successful, is that, a company, the human resource department and things would say, there's value in this type of a program and doing this for all of our new employees, throughout time. So, so I think that, that covers it. Really focusing St. Lawrence, Jefferson, Franklin counties, the North Country region. Probably not going to go into Clinton County at first. They've got some similar programs there, but if there are some cases, we may venture into there. But so really, any any thoughts or any partnerships are welcome, and you can feel free to reach out to myself. I believe Aviva Gold's on the line as well. Sharon Van Auken, our human resource professional, will be leading the training of this program. So she has done a tremendous job with soft skills training for supervisors, leaders, and she'll be spearheading this effort. And that's all I have, I believe, Ben.
Okay, thank you very much, Steve. I'll note that Steve's contact information is here on the slide before you. Number Lockwood@scitec.org is phone number, and you can visit www.scitec.org. Contact them through any of those channels in order to find out more. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. So moving to our next speaker, thank you again, Steve, and moving to our next speaker, Greg Hart with the Workforce Development Institute is with us to share some information about his programs. Oops, excuse me, Steve. Greg, there you go, Greg.
There I am. Well, first of all, let me apologize. I'm losing my voice, which is a difficult thing for people who make their living talking. So I apologize ahead of time for that. And if I run out of voice, I'll just turn it over to Barb. The Workforce Development Institute is a statewide not-for-profit. We are not a state agency, but we work very closely with our state agency partners. We are charged with growing and keeping good jobs in New York. And we're going to do that in a variety of different ways. We're going to do that with boots on the ground. So I am one of 10 regional directors. I cover the North Country region. We cover it from Lake Champlain to Lake Ontario, all 7 North Country counties. And I was in St. Lawrence County. That was my home county. And I have moved 5 years ago over to Clinton County, but still cover all 7. So we have 10 regional directors covering every labor market region of the state. So that way we have really good coverage. We know our regions. We're out there talking to people. We interview hundreds and hundreds of businesses annually regarding where they are, what they're doing, what barriers they have, and what opportunities do we have to work with them to upgrade worker skills, train for new technologies, look at job retention opportunities. How can we move employees from one level to another level, opening the door for those hard to find entry-level workers? But generally, it's the incumbent workers that we spend most of our time and effort working with companies regarding upskilling those folks. Another tool we utilize is, besides our boots on the ground, is that workforce expertise. We have a lot of experience in the workforce and on human resource issues and on job development issues. I've been in manufacturing, is my primary background. I've been in manufacturing for 30 years or so. So I think I bring something to the table regarding that expertise. The other thing we have, which is probably very important to this conversation, is we have funding for projects. We utilize a wide variety of partners looking to develop a project that has that beneficial outcome to people and businesses. You know, we work with partnership and collaboration with businesses collaborating together, or solo businesses applying to us for training funds. We work with unions, we work with other nonprofits, we work with our educational providers and our third-party trainers such as CITEC. They have a wide variety of programs that are very applicable to the time that we're in. Steve mentioned the workforce readiness one. That's something that we've been talking about for a number of years. There's other programs that train people to move up in supervisors, lean products. See, Steve, I'm promoting the rest of your projects, your program.
Thanks, Greg.
You're
I
welcome.
I owe you lunch sometime, right?
You're welcome. So that's just an example. Working with educational institutions, BOCES, community college, all kinds of opportunities there. Right now, we've been looking, and during the pandemic, we looked at how institutions and organizations move training from in-person to online to hybrid versions of those type of trainings. Now, I got to tell you that people had been very well versed on how to move those trainings to virtual or hybrid versions, and perhaps we're heading in that direction again. But you know, being flexible and being accessible is really where we hang our hats. So that, in a nutshell, is what we do. The application for funding is available through an interview with me. So we have to talk, and I think there's a couple of applicants that have previously put in application, a couple of companies that have previously put applications in on this webinar, and really glad to talk with you and find out what's going on in the workforce development issues that you may have, and then try to find some solutions to those utilizing our partners. That's about it, Ben.
Great. Thank you so much, Greg. I'll note at a recent Nature networking event, it came up the support you can give for apprenticeship programs through the Workforce Development Institute. So that's, another element of the training support that you provide through your institute. So there you go. Great info from Greg, and his contact info again is on the screen. His number, ghart@wdiny.org. And that is also the website, wdiny.org. So feel free to reach out to Greg with any questions or to initiate a conversation on any help that their institute can provide. So with that, I will hand things over. Our next speaker is Barb who is from the St. Lawrence County Workforce Development Board, ready to share information about the OneStop Career Center. Take it away, Barb.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a little reprieve from the intensive heat on this rainy day. So our primary funding is through state and federal government through a program called WIOA, which is the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, came about under President Obama's tenure. Primarily what we're looking to do is we are trying to fund trainings, educational programs for people who are looking to gain marketable skills for employment, specifically focusing on folks that may have some barriers to employment. On the slide, it's kind of little, but it's there. We have two primary programs that really are geared toward helping employers gain prospective employees and train them while it's on our dime. The first one is the on-the-job training program, which basically is a step above entry-level position. So what we would need to do there is, if you're interested in the program, you would contact the OneStop Career Center. The business would complete a brief application. Department of Labor would do a due diligence to make sure it was a good fit. Trainees would be hired into the business's payroll at the start of the on-the-job training program. If you have an employee that's currently working for you, we couldn't put them through this program. It needs to be a new person to your employee. Businesses are then reimbursed for 50% of the trainees' wages by the Career Center for the duration of that on-the-job training program. So essentially, we're offering the opportunity for you to train a new employee on our dime so that you're not starting behind the curve with, and we know that bringing somebody new in is usually expensive for a business. It's difficult to get things rolling. One thing that needs to be kept in mind is that trainees must be paid at a starting wage of at least 35% above New York State minimum wage, which is $16.88 per hour. So you can see that this would not be normally an entry-level position. At the conclusion of the on-the-job training portion, we're hoping that the businesses can permanently hire these proven and productive, well-trained employees. So there's our on-the-job training program. The more entry level, kind of, you would think of it as maybe for first-time employed people. entry-level positions. That is our WIOA youth paid internship. Don't let the term youth throw you for a loop. That goes actually up to age 24, so age 16 to 24. For this program, an intern whose skill level and interest matches the needs of an employer at a host work site. They learn good job skills and gain work experience. The participating youth is paid by the St. Lawrence County OneStop Career Center, and they are not on the worksite's payroll. They can work up to 35 hours a week. The intern would need to be supervised by staff that is designated to the host worksite. Career Center staff steps in and helps monitor and keep things going, assist where it's needed. And basically, you need to keep in mind that you need to abide by New York State Department of Labor laws. We need to follow all those regulations. But there's another instance where you have the opportunity to train someone with the hopes to bringing them on permanently, but someone else is funding that training portion of basically the learning curve. And at the beginning, I mentioned that we focus on folks with barriers to employment. Typically, we think of barriers to employment as being some type of a disability. I need you to keep in mind that some of the people that qualify for our programs, their barriers to employment may be learning disabilities or a disability. However, you can also qualify if you are from a single parent home. That's considered a barrier to employment. If you are currently living in poverty, that is considered a barrier to employment, as is being a single parent. So, what we would do is we would look at our pool of potential applicants and really do some soul searching to see who is a good fit for a particular need that you need to have filled. But I also need to preface the conversation with, we, like others, are experiencing shortages in our pool. We don't have currently a large pool of applicants at this time. So if you have somebody in mind that is not currently one of your employees and you're thinking they might be a good fit, please contact the OneStop Career Center, and then we can see if that person that you might have in mind would qualify for our programming. So that's kind of
Thank you.
the short version.
Thank you so much, Barb. That's great information. And again, Barb's contact info is on the slide showing currently. And I will remind everyone that we will be sending out handouts and follow up to these presentations. And I'd like to just also make a note that all of these individuals who are presenting today are working together. It is a very collaborative environment, so where there is overlap between the programs that they can provide to best help your specific needs, they'll be working together to help address your needs. So important point there. Moving to our next subject, these were all directly related to workforce development, and now I'd like to share a few programs that we are supporting or running here at the St. Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce that address workforce development in slightly different ways, be it to help a business owner be able to better operate their business and manage their workforce needs, or perhaps to give additional skills training to their employees that they want to grow into leadership positions. The first one, and Lenore Vanderzee from SUNY Canton was going to be presenting on the St. Lawrence County Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership. She unfortunately was at the last minute pulled away from that, so you'll have to deal with me providing the remarks on this program. But that said, the Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership core program is currently accepting applications. But what is the core program? Well, the core program is basically a program for entrepreneurs and business managers in the county to better be able to manage their business more efficiently and profitably, to learn how to grow a business while avoiding pitfalls, to find innovative ways to run their businesses better, and to develop a strong network of support and resource people in the county. The program, which is a series of classes, really tries to accomplish this through four main approaches. One is a core competencies workshop, where skills are focused on in clinics sessions. They can cover issues such as finance and cash management, employee retention and recruitment, succession planning, marketing and public relations, human resource concepts, time management techniques, etc. There is a whole number of clinics that are held for the participants in the core program, as they meet once a week over the course of 6 months. The second approach is it's a mentorship-based program. Each participant gets partnered with a mentor team of seasoned entrepreneurs who have been in business for a long time and have that experience that they can provide to help with mentorship as you go through the program and look at how you can address the challenges you face in your business. There are also clinic sessions where the participants in the course use their actual business and all the elements of it, put it in front of their classmates and their mentor and other support people, and put it on the table, share the information about their business, get feedback from their classmates, from the mentorship group, from the reactors. And also the fourth element is, of course, peer support, that network of peer support. By participating in this, you join a group of very diverse business owners with non-competing interests, so that they can be a sounding board for you as you go forward, not just through the class, but afterwards, that you end up building a very strong network to help you address your challenges and ideas for improvement of your business operations. So participants meet once a week over 6 months for a hybrid of in-person and virtual programming, with classes held at the St. Lawrence County IDA in Canton. This program is run through a partnership of the University at Buffalo's School of Management, Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership. They've been running this course in Buffalo for many years with great success, and they are partnering with us to provide this opportunity here in St. Lawrence County. SUNY Canton is the host. The County IDA and the New York Power Authority are also supporters and the member organizations of the St. Lawrence County Small Business Working Group. As a note, local seasoned entrepreneur Mark Campo facilitates the classes and does a great job with that. He has expertise in teaching entrepreneurship. Everything in this course is shared in a confidential manner. I should note that non-disclosure agreements are signed by everyone. There are no competing businesses in the class at the same time, so that people attending the course are able to be open about their business and the things that they want to address in growing their business and making it more profitable and more efficient. One nice thing in these days of us being incredibly busy is that by taking this course, you can avoid pitfalls, you can become more efficient so that you get a bit more of a work-life balance. This, as Ben Bird said, who took the course and is our biggest cheerleader for the program, he liked it so much he wants to do it again. As he said, it's a great opportunity to take a few hours each week to work on your business rather than just in your business. So if you need any further encouragement to take this class, give Ben Birds at Kanoko a call and he will certainly talk you into it. So for more information on the Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership, please feel free to visit the website right here at canton.edu/CEL. You can also contact Laura Pearson, our new Workforce Development Coordinator at the St. Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce, at laura@slcchamber.org, or by calling us at 315-386-4000 to get connected. So that's the Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership core program that is really aimed at helping the business manager, business owner with their business management skills and abilities. Another leadership program is the St. Lawrence Leadership Institute, and it just so turns out that the St. Lawrence Leadership Institute is accepting applications for a 2021 to 22 class as well. These classes are held from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the first Thursday of every month from October to June. And basically, the St. Lawrence Leadership Institute exists to help emerging and existing leaders to develop, to gain leadership skills, to gain networking strength, and to understand various issues more in depth that affect our county. In each course, we address those three elements. We bring in a expert speaker to help teach some leadership skills, such as these that you can see on your screen. An example, team building, conflict resolution, communication, and so forth. We have an expert speaker each month to come in and speak on one of those topics. The second element of a class is issues education. And we will have panelists of county leaders in these fields come in to have a discussion with the participants on a subject such as education in the county, social issues in the county, healthcare, arts, environment, agriculture, etc. So that's the third piece. The second piece, the third piece is, of course, networking. We have more than 300 alumni of the St. Lawrence Leadership Institute at this point. And the opportunity to network is worked into all these classes, and you do come out with a great network in the county that you can advance your training through in and beyond the class. So this is a great course for anybody who wants to enhance their skills for working in the workplace, or who want to make a difference in the county. You need to have leadership skills. You need to develop your leadership skills to be able to do either of those things. So this is a great program for anyone who wants to do that. So again, the contact to get more information, go to our website, visit stlc.com/SLLI, or contact Laura Pearson. I have one more program for you. This one's an interesting one for those who want to be an entrepreneur and take on an existing business in St. Lawrence County, or who want to transition a business that they own. And that is the Center for Businesses in Transition, which is hosted by the Adirondack North Country Association. It is a regional program. And the St. Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce is the liaison. We work with any clients of this program that are based in St. Lawrence County or want to take on a business in St. Lawrence County. And basically what we do is we work with business owners who want to transition out of their business. Usually that's because they want to retire. And what we do is we help them identify how they want to transition it, whether they want to make a sale on an open market, or do an intergenerational family transfer, or convert to an employee-owned or cooperative model. And we basically act as a guide to the business owner as they go through that process, making referrals, providing resources, and so forth, be it for business valuation or finding an entrepreneur. We do try to act as matchmakers in identifying entrepreneurs as well. So we do all those things. We help them with finding suitable successors, accessing capital for transition needs, pointing towards resources, and so forth. We also work with the aspiring business owners. It is much easier to take on an existing business than to start one from scratch. So we help aspiring owners to are looking to purchase an existing business, start a new career path in business ownership, or who need to find out more about employee ownership models and opportunities. Basically, again, we act as a guide to business owners in navigating that business transition, connecting them to other service providers, and providing knowledge and resources. So that is our role in the North Country Center for Businesses in Transition. If you are interested, fill out an inquiry form. There's an online inquiry form on the website at www.ownanorthcountrybusiness.com, or you can call Laura. In closing, I just want to thank you all for joining us today. I do have a few upcoming events that you may be interested that the Chamber is hosting on Wednesday, September 22nd. We will be doing an in-person outdoor nature and networking event at the River Course at Louisville Landing in Messina. We will be at their Gimme Grill Clubhouse in an outdoor setting where we can have at all these events. We have food, we have drink, we have awesome door prizes, and we have some really great networking opportunities. So I invite you to join us at either of these. The other one is happening on October 6th at the Clifton Community Center Pavilion in Cranberry Lake. So please join us for those great events. And also, we are coming up on our annual Craft Food and Wine Open Air Market being held at the St. Lawrence Power and Equipment Museum in Madrid. Vendors who do their own handmade crafts or create value-added products are set up in booths all around the outdoor museum there. So you have a chance to walk the streets of the Power and Equipment Museum, get to know the museum while checking out all the great artisan craftsmanship that is available in our county. So please join us at all three of those events. So in closing, I just want to thank you all for joining us today. I hope this presentation was valuable to you and provided useful information on workforce programs that are available in the county. There are some others, so this is not all the resources. For instance, we do have a job posting board for our members and for job seekers at STLCjobs.com. Also, we have done webinars on internships, getting interns from the universities in our county. And those, as a reminder, are available for viewing. If you did not catch those, you can view webinars on internships or STLCjobs.com by going to our YouTube page, which is SLC Chamber NY. You can, once you get there, you can follow us and subscribe to that channel, or you can find these by going to the archived webinars at slcchamber.org. Thank you, presenters, for your time and sharing your resource and expertise with us. Much appreciated. I'd also again like to thank Clarkson University and St. Lawrence University for their support in sponsoring the Lunch and Learn webinar series. Follow and like our Facebook page to stay up to date with what's happening at the Chamber and to register for our next webinar, the topic of which will be released soon. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We'll be pausing the recording and going to Q&A here right now. So thank you again for joining us. Okay.